he pushes back in, and if I pull him in, he tends to pull back. This is the common response. So as I'm going along, just playing with his hands, I'm going to give him a quick little push, okay? And then I'm going to pull him in. And as I pull him in, I have to punch through here, pull one hand up and shove the other one into his stomach, okay? Then all we're going to do is we're going to unlock our guard, and then we're going to replace it on top of its shoulders, okay? It's a very fast little transition, okay? You'd be amazed at how often you'll be able to catch it in just a general live roll, especially as you get people off balance and those hands want to start going to the floor or starting to get in, pushing on my stomach and the like, okay? So again, we're just going to play, okay? And then again, I'm going to give him a little push. Then as I pull, okay, pull one hand up and shove the other one in, okay? Then open and lock. All you gotta do is just close your legs. Don't worry about trying to get your triangle yet. Just lock up your guard, okay? Because now I have him at least controlled. Then the part we have to watch out for is the likelihood is he's gonna start to turn this way to try and throw my legs over the shoulder, okay? That's probably what's gonna be ultimately next. So the moment I get him in, push, pull, lock him up, and start shoving that hand across. Because right here, if I can start to control this hand, as he starts trying to turn the circle, this makes it difficult for him to be able to turn, simply because of that hand locking, okay? So now that we're here, we've got him in position. What I want you to start getting used to is, yes, I can put my foot on his hip. Yes, I can reach up. I can grab into my own leg, okay? These are, for the most part, those are like training wheels. What I want you to start getting used to is from here, my legs are already connected. So you want to start getting used to from here is using a push-pull. You see how it already starts to twist in? So if I push this leg and cut my angle at the same time, I can get right into my triangle while my hands are still engaged on his upper body. You can do that with your triangles, you can do that with your arm bars and the like. Again, putting your foot on the hip is not wrong, okay? But in most cases, it is unnecessary. You're already controlling them with other parts of your body. So if you get used to that little push-pull, you can create a scissor that will twist, and then you can lock up your legs without needing to really change your leg position. And you can feel it. As I get in, okay, push-pull in through here. Okay, so right in this position, if I take my left leg and I start to straighten it out, okay, and then through here, that's my position. So as soon as I'm here, now again, kick, like I'm straightening out my left leg, and then my right leg is going to make the pivot. So I can still be here holding on to him, and then I can make my pivot to actually get my lock without having to take my pressure off of it. So if you need to put your foot on the hip to make your angle, that's not wrong, okay? Eventually, we want to learn to take the training wheels off and start making your body able to make the pivot without needing these extra little pieces. Yeah, not wrong. Sometimes we need them depending on how hard our opponent's going after us. In most instances, if you can get used to that little push-pull, cut the corner, okay, you'll get into your triangles and your arm bars way faster. Right. Okay, partner, 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm gonna go under his arms, bring him to me with my legs, overhook one, and put my hand on the bicep on the other. Okay, so this is basically just going into an overhook. Now, normally from here, we want to get onto our side as quickly as possible. It's one of the reasons why I'm holding onto his bicep so that I can steer him over. Okay, but from here, there's no way Juan is going to want me to take control. So from here, he knows the more we lean this way, the more in trouble he gets. So he's always going to try to center back up, and he's going to try to get his hands back into posture, trying to touch and control me. So that's when, if I just take this hand now, I can take the one that's got the overhook, feed, and literally from here, grab his hand, grab his wrist. Now I have a 2-on-1 on the same hand, okay? So again, control, control, control. Now I'm gonna open There goes the feed. Arm is now clear, and we go back into our lock. Okay. Now from here, I have the hand in the underhook on this side. This is my favorite entry for triangles anyway. Okay. So from here, when we talk about our three sisters, which is triangle, armbar, and kimura. Okay. Triangle is the old sister. That is the one. She's the oldest, she's the wisest, and all the other sisters are literally with her at all times. Find a triangle, there's an armbar and or a kimura already sitting in your lap, even if you can't hit the triangle. Okay? So from here, I've got them locked up and I'm controlling the arm. So right from here, to go for the actual triangle is going to be tough. So I'm going to go for one of the other sisters. So from here, remember how we did that little push-pull with our legs? This one's going to push, this one's going to twist to force him to roll that direction. Now I bring my hands over and I cup his elbow and I just reinforce my hands. So now all I'm going to do through here is pull his elbow across my body, and that's my kimura. Again, kimura is a pressure, it's not a grip. Okay? People will be like, that's not a kimura because you didn't have the double wrist lock. Okay? Tell the shoulder that. Okay? Kimura is a pressure. All I have to do is create the rotation. The rotation goes to the shoulder. Okay? It's going to be a kimura regardless of what the grip looks like. So again, go back. Yep. So again, in, overhook. When his hand comes in, starts to base up on my body, take that hand, feed it to the other one. Do not put the hand all the way on the other side. If his hand is touching your other leg when you go to shove it in, the hand won't go through. Okay? So when I'm here, I've got his elbow and his forearm. So when I open, shove it in, lock up, hit your rotation, lean for the arm, and I'm already in. So there's my kimura. Pull the elbow across, take your legs, and rotate them the opposite direction. So I pull here, and then my legs are going to start to rotate that way. That's the lock. So now he has a choice to make. Does he want to stay here or not? So as I'm going for his arm, oh no. Now, that's his arm across my body. Now, we can make our transition, and now we can go into our actual triangle. Make sense? All right, 2 shot. 1, 2, 3. Difficult for Juan to use his right arm to try to make an escape. Okay? So what does Juan's left hand do while I'm trying to go for my arming guillotine? Is he letting me choke him, or is he using that hand to try to defend? Okay? He's using that hand typically to try to defend. So when we're here and he starts coming in, hand fighting me, trying to pull it down, things of that nature, okay? I can already start to climb my leg up, okay? So when I'm here and now I release, okay? We can go immediately from our guillotine, and the moment we feel like maybe it's not going to be as beneficial, he has already placed himself into the exact same position that we've been working on, where the one hand is playing super low to the hips because he's trying to fight my hands, okay? And when I feel like his head might be popping out, all I need to do is at that moment push his head and his shoulders down like I'm putting them between my legs and throw my legs. And you'd be amazed at how many head and arm, like right now it's not going to work. Look at his arm, okay? We go back. But right here, I'm going to choke him because his arm right now isn't doing anything to defend. So when I'm here and I start going in for my choke, oh, look at that hand, pop, 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 pop. When it slips, climb up, and now we go from one attack into the second, all because of the same principle. In order for him to defend my hands, he has to bring his hands to the middle. And that's really close to everything I've been doing, pushing the arms inside and the like. The only thing you have to have now is you have to have the confidence that when the head starts to pop out, okay, at that moment in time, to when it pops out, throw your legs, go up for the shoulder, and you'll make a very easy, quick transition from a guillotine where, again, if we're striking, and this happens all the time, okay, if Sean is in a fight and they're clinched up, and they break out of that clinch. Why?
It's because somebody thought it was safe. When he's escaping the guillotine, he's going, woo! Oh man. And now he's thrown right back into a triangle. People do this thing where as soon as they escape a position, they think unrightly and unjustly that for that brief moment in time, that we're both going to pause and we're both going to kind of reset. You know, now we're going to like let guard settle and things of that nature. That doesn't happen. Okay? There is no quarter. I've got you in one position. And the moment it feels like I'm losing it, and especially with the arm-in style guillotine, I'm already crunching that side. When he brings his hands inside, he's already giving me the arm that I want to beat. It's pretty easy. I'm not even a flexible individual, and yet I can catch most people in that particular setup. Not because it takes anything fancy. It's more about how he's trying to defend. And again, if he doesn't defend, choke him anyway. Okay? Go for your guillotine, because if he's not doing anything to free up his head, then I'm not going to make my transition either. But when he does come in and starts locking up into my hands and trying to pull him down, that means his hands are right here. So when it comes time, it's an easy, easy transition. Okay? So again, arm in, I'm locking him up. From here, when we go for our guillotines, I collapse to the head side. That means this one is coming in. So right here, as soon as I realize his head is popping out, where's his arm? So immediately from here, if you just get up on top and lock your legs, don't worry about trying to get a triangle. We can get to the triangle later. What I want to do right now is I want to secure the position. And where's his arm? Okay, so then immediately I'm coming in and I'm going after my arm for the attack. Because again, the best way to control somebody is in your attack. And that's why Cobra Kai says the best defense is more offense. See, if I don't let you play the game, my offense is my defense. So the moment I just transition from one to the other, I'm making you run the whole time. And as soon as we hit the position, I'm not worried about the triangle. To be honest with you, at the end, you'll start getting to the point where you're going to land a choke a lot less. Because when you start looking at all the other options that are available from the triangle position, arm bars, kimuras, okay, plus the choke itself, you're going to start to land the kimuras a lot more. You're going to start to land the arm bars a lot more. And then you're going to find that they're going to attack back and forth. Okay? So let's go arm in guillotine. Okay? And again, person, reach in, hand fight. And when it feels like you're about to lose the head, then throw the side that they're hand fighting on, the choke side. And every time, you know, pretty much as soon as the head is popping out, throw it. All right, let's get it up. 1, 2, 3.